Okay, so my name is Nicole, and this is my um, kind of, I guess, plot overview slash opinion on the 1952 version of Member of the Wedding. So the movie is mainly about a young girl named Frankie. She's 12 years old. She doesn't really look like most of the other young girls her age. She kind of is very skinny, very bony. She doesn't dress very feminine. She has what's considered to be a masculine haircut. She has very short hair, doesn't really wear anything in her hair, and when she tries, at one point, she tries, and her caretaker, I guess, Bernice, makes fun of her for it and says it doesn't look good with her haircut. And she says she's going to try and grow out her hair and stretch it out. And so she's very clearly, from the beginning and throughout the movie, a character who is meant to be different. Um, she has a lot of struggles in her life. Her mom died when she was very young, so her caretaker Bernice is kind of the closest thing she has to a mom. Her dad, throughout the movie, seems very negligent and doesn't really care what's going on with her, so she doesn't really have a family. Um, as far as her friends go, she doesn't look like the typical girl that's in her community, so the girls club doesn't really accept her. She's not feminine enough to be part of it. The only people she really has are her caretaker and her younger cousin John Henry, who she frequently gets angry at, and she reflects a lot of her emotions onto him. Like at one point in the movie, she says she kicks him out, and then she goes to his house and says he needs to come stay overnight with her because he seems very frightened, and he even responds saying, "I'm not frightened. You're the frightened one." So she very clearly has this guard up, um, and it's kind of a confusing movie because I'm not really sure how to interpret her character. In one sense, it's very clear that she doesn't belong and she is aware of that, and in another sense, the way she acts out seems kind of bipolar in a sense. Sometimes she's super happy, sometimes she's really upset with the same characters in a very quick span of time. She has these crazy tantrums where she throws fits with her caretaker, and then her caretaker will say something and her mood will completely go back to normal. Um, so, as far as her character development in the beginning stages, I'm not really sure what's going on with her. Um, but the whole idea of the story is she meets her brother's fiance. Brother's name is Jarvis, fiance's name is Janice, and she develops this obsession with them and how they're so beautiful, and she wants to be part of their life, and she has this plan that she's gonna go to the wedding and she's gonna become part of their lives, and she's gonna follow them through their honeymoon. And at one point I remember feeling really sad because she said everyone has a we and she's never had a we. And so Janice and Jarvis are finally going to be the we of me. And it seems like she feels like she's really going to find her place and her group of people that accept her and understand her with her brother and fiance. Um, so at one point in the movie, she's going around telling everyone she's going to follow them and she's going to live with them. No one really believes her. Bernice thinks she's jealous and doesn't believe that she's going to move. Her dad, totally negligent. Again, he was working and she told him, and he was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Doesn't really care what his daughter has to say. But nevertheless, the wedding comes along and Frankie runs the wedding. She's really concerned about what she's going to wear before that, and everyone kind of makes fun of her outfit. John Henry even puts it on at a point, I guess to like mock her or tease her. But anyway, the wedding comes. She goes and she waits in the car. And her brother Jarvis basically tells her, no, you can't come with us. You can't live with us. And her dad kicks her out. So she runs away. And she's not gone for long, but while she's gone, she ends up meeting up with this soldier. And he buys her a drink. And he makes moves. He tries to have sexual relations with her. And oh my god, this is a long video. Anyway, she realizes that this kind of life isn't that great, and so she goes back home. No one really noticed that she was gone, but it's because her little cousin John Henry was really sick. I think he had meningitis, and he died. And her character development at that point. She goes through a lot of problems, but she grows a lot. She becomes more feminine. She becomes friends with her neighbor. Um, she hears about all of Bernice's issues and kind of grows from it. I'm still kind of confused about the movie. I didn't really enjoy it. I thought her character could have been developed much better. I think it should have been made clear where she was coming from in the beginning. Um, and I think I don't really understand. I love Bernice because she was the closest thing she had to a mother figure, but I think the movie should have focused a little bit more on her lack of a relationship with the family and how that played into her relationship with Bernice, rather than like her emotional tantrums and obsession with her brother's wedding. I think there was a lot more to be uncovered that the movie didn't really go over, but that's just my take on it. What do I know?